Hey there everyone, how you doing? My name is Nick. You're watching Indie Gamer News for June 24th, 2016. Alright, let's talk about it real quick. Mighty Number 9 came out this week. It's not that good. It's not that good. Keiji Inafune might be a huckster. I'm not sure. I used to think he was one of the architects of my childhood, and now I think he may just be like a George Lucas type money-grubbing businessman that helped with a spark of creativity, but in reality is just possibly a fraud. We'll have to go in depth on that, possibly with a special video at some point. On to the actual games that I want to show you this week. First up is a game called Mongrel that I'm pretty sure stars Frog from Chrono Trigger, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm showing it to you. Seriously, when you watch this trailer, you're going to be like, that's Frog, but he's got a gun instead of a sword. So this trailer for Mongrel came out about 2 days ago, but I've been seeing like GIFs of it on Twitter, and I think that they had a Kickstarter campaign last year that just didn't work out because they didn't have, you know, enough to show anybody for people to be interested, and also all this Inafune stuff is probably f***ing up everyone's interest in Kickstarter right now. But this game looks cool, and I can't find too much information about what the game is actually going to be. I believe there's some long-form interviews out there that if I wanted to listen to, it would take me a while to find out the exact details. But what it looks like to me is a Metroidvania game set in this animal world. And Mongrel seems to be a very, Mongrel the character, seems to be a very acrobatic, gunslinging frog. I'm not sure how else to describe it. In the trailer it says that there are 4 sacred artifacts that disappear and Mongrel, I guess, is gonna go get them. I don't really know what to say about it exactly, except that I think that it looks cool, which is a terrible reason to show you anything, but I mean that's how I operate. Anyway, Mongrel is going to have a Kickstarter, a new Kickstarter, starting on the 29th of this month, June 2016. Here, take a look at this trailer. It looks cool to me. I think it'll look cool to you.
When 4 sacred artifacts are stolen and possessed by evil, a hero will rise to claim the ultimate prize. Meet Finch. He's fast. He's strong. He's fearless. And he's about to hop off on a brave new adventure. Now on Kickstarter. Every great journey begins with a leap of faith. Mongrel.
A long time ago, closer to the beginning of when I started this channel, I played a demo for a game called Wizard of Legend by Contingent 99, and it was so bare bones at that point that they were using placeholder art from other games. Actually, I remember there was some placeholder art from Chrono Trigger. So there's a Chrono Trigger theme here today. By the way, that is my favorite game. When I played that demo back then, the game actually had a lot of promise in terms of the mechanics. They're very smooth, very fun. You play as a wizard. All of the wizards kind of had like a different base, like fire base or lightning base or, you know, something like that. An ice wizard. And you were just, you know, going through levels, defeating enemies. And there was no real overarching storyline at that time, but it looks like it has been fleshed out a lot, and co-op and PvP has been added, and it's looking really good, especially with added bosses. And I wanted to bring you the trailer for it, seeing as how I believe it's on Kickstarter right now. If not, it's about to go on Kickstarter. Again, I know that everyone is like soured on Kickstarter right now, but don't let Inafune ruin it for you. So when I was a kid playing Super Nintendo, there was this game that came out by Natsume. I didn't remember that. I had to look up that it was by Natsume. They didn't make much. I think they made like the Sailor Moon games, the Harvest Moon games, and something else. It doesn't matter. But anyway, there was this game called Wild Guns that they made, which was a shooter where your characters were on a x-axis, so you could run back and forth like this and shoot forward at the enemies. You couldn't move up and down the playing field. So you'd be dodging like this. You know, here, I'll just put some of it up on the screen. Anyway, this game, I loved it when I was a kid, but I totally sucked at it. And there's actually a new version of it coming out called Wild Guns Reloaded, but we don't really care that much about that because it is not an indie game, I guess. It's still by Natsume. Maybe you would call it an indie game. I mean, they're not exactly a big company. But I want to talk about a game that looks like a spiritual successor to it called Bot Vice. This game is by DYA Games or Dia Games. I'm not sure if it's said or spelled. And it's just got some really beautiful old school Super Nintendo style action, awesome pixel graphics going on. And it's got like a Metal Slug announcer. What could be better? And there's actually a long trailer that shows like a big story intro thing. We're just going to look at the action. Here, take a look at this. Alright guys, that's going to do it. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. If you want to see some more stuff in the future, my name is Nick. You've been watching Indie Gamer News, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.